Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a new video where today we're going to talk about the latest Apple event that just took place, and it was actually the first Apple event of 2022. Apple started off by announcing some pretty cool things coming soon to Apple TV Plus. We have a lot of new movies, some new shows, and they also announced a deal with Major League Baseball where they're going to have Friday Night Baseball, which if you are an Apple and a baseball fan, is pretty exciting. And then of course they went ahead and talked about the iPhone. So the iPhone 13 has a new color, green. I personally don't really understand why the color didn't come out when the other phones came out, because there's not really any difference to the new iPhone 13. It's just a new color on the old phone that was announced, but that's okay because maybe you were waiting for this green color. Maybe you're upset it never happened. Well, now you can get the iPhone 13 in green. Apple also announced the iPhone SE 3, which now has the A15 Bionic chip as well as 5G. So with that chip, you're gonna obviously have better battery life, better performance. We now have a 12 megapixel camera, which you can also do deep fusion, which is pretty interesting. So there is a slight increase in the price, but I feel like if that is the device that you're looking for, we now are gonna have a better performance, better battery, and just a step up from the SE 2. Apple also announced the new iPad Air with 5 colors, 5G, and the M1 chip with up to 60% better performance, which is pretty incredible. So if there are any people who use this for being creative, maybe you're sketching, you're using Procreate, or maybe you're gaming, you're probably going to notice that it is much faster than the previous generation because of the M1 chip. We also have the 12 megapixel ultra wide front camera with center stage. This is gonna be great if you know you're using FaceTime, or you're using Zoom or WebEx. It will help keep you in the center. And we also have the 12 megapixel back camera, which is gonna be perfect for capturing pictures, 4K videos, and anything like that. My favorite is whenever I see people who are out with their iPads taking pictures. Honestly, I'm probably not gonna judge you as much anymore because the cameras that they're putting in the iPads are they're getting pretty good. So, no judgment. All right, now moving on to some of the announcements that had me very, very excited. We have a completely new Mac desktop. We have the Mac Studio. My first impression about the name was, okay, but Microsoft had the Studio first, right? Maybe, kind of. Anyway, the Mac Studio, like I said, is a completely new Mac desktop, and it comes with a whole new chip if you want. We have the M1 Ultra chip, which is basically two M1 Max chips merged together. So the power of this is mind-boggling. This right here is the new MacBook Pro with the M1 Max. This is fully maxed out, everything, 16-inch. And I use this for everything, all my video editing, my photos, this is what I do. I don't have, another huge desktop. I don't have an iMac, I don't have a Mac Pro. This is what I use, and it has been remarkable. So to think of basically having twice the performance and twice the chip that this has, having two M1 Max chips merged as an Ultra, I actually am having a hard time wrapping my head around just how powerful that's going to be. What also excites me is the ports that are in the Mac Studio. We have two USB-C or Thunderbolt 4, one SD card slot, very exciting. And we have 4 Thunderbolts, we have 8 Ethernet, we have 2 USB Type A. A lot of the things I use are still USB Type A, so constantly having to find a dongle or an adapter is infuriating. Now, depending on the chip that you get and the upgrades that you add, this will start at $19.99 for the M1 Max or $39.99 for the M1 Ultra chip. And you can max it up to, with the M1 Max, you can have 32 gigs, configurable to 64, and with the M1 Ultra, you can have 64 configurable up to 128 and up to 8 terabytes for both, which is pretty great. I have 8 terabytes right here in my MacBook Pro. It's a lot. Is it enough? Nothing is ever enough, but it's great. So that was a pretty fascinating announcement today. I was not expecting that, but I'm pretty excited. Now, to go along with the Mac Studio, we have the Studio Display, which is a 27-inch 5K Retina display powered by the A13 Bionic chip. Also has a 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera with center stage, 3 microphones, and 6 speakers with spatial audio. 600 nits of brightness, which I kind of feel like isn't that bright. Also in the display, we have 3 USB-C ports, and you can actually fast charge a 14-inch MacBook Pro, which is pretty impressive. There's also 2 stands to choose from. There's the tilt adjustable stand as well as the tilt and height adjustable stand. And there's also a mount adapter option. So if you wanted to get the Visa mount, if you wanted to make your display vertical, you can do that. It'll cost you extra, but you know. So we have $8,000 for maxed out Mac Studio, and then around $15.99 for the one version of the display. It's definitely going to be a pricey purchase if that is what you're interested in and that is what you need. Am I going to get it? I don't need that. Like, I do everything that I need from my MacBook. Would it be nice to have? Absolutely, but I don't need it. That's what I keep telling myself, at least. Also, now we have the Magic accessories, which now come in a silver and black option to complement the design of the Studio display. So that actually looks quite nice. It's a good look. So out of today's announcements, I have to admit, I don't necessarily see myself even getting anything. I don't need a Mac Studio. Do I want everything that was announced? Absolutely I do, but I don't need it. But I am excited for the people who are out there who do need it, who do want it, and who are going to, you know, benefit from what was announced. If a Mac Studio and a Studio display showed up on my desk, yeah, I would use it because it looks incredible, but my new MacBook Pro is working absolutely perfect, so I don't necessarily need it. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments if there's anything from today's event that you're going to be getting, if there's anything you wish they would have announced. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned because we have some more videos coming again soon. Bye.